in the land of exile, under a foreign king. There lived a servant with a burdened heart. News came from afar, Jerusalem, the holy city. Its walls broken down, its gates consumed by fire. The people were in distress, the covenant seemed forgotten. And he wept. He fasted before the God of heaven, confessing the sins of his people, remembering the promise that mercy still remains for those who return. And in the silence of prayer, a calling was born. O Lord of heaven, hear our cry. Remember us, we lift our eyes. From distant lands, from scattered dust, you call your people back to trust. What once was lost, what fell apart, you are restoring heart by heart. We will arise, we will rebuild by your command, by your will. The broken walls will stand again, restored by grace, redeemed from sin. Rise and nations rage and fear surrounds from age to age. With watchful eyes and steadfast hands, we walk in faith in your command. Your word revives, your truth remains. It breaks our pride, it heals our pain. We turn again, we seek your face, a holy people saved by grace. By your flame, we rise again in your great name. And still the call goes on to guard the heart, to walk in light. For what is built by God alone must be sustained by holy lives. They said the walls have fallen low, the gates are burned with fire. The city once in glory stood, now lost the broken land, a holy place now left in dust. No strength of man could stand. So I fell down upon my knees. For days and nights I cried. I fasted in the silence dark, with nothing left inside. Oh Lord of heaven, hear my plea. The faithful covenant King, remember mercy once again to those who call and cling. We have turned from all your ways. We have walked in pride, yet still your promise remains. You are faithful through time. Remember us, oh Lord, we pray. Your servants call your name. Restore the ones who seek your face, and wash away our shame. Bring us back from distant lands. Gather us as one, for we belong within your walls, your chosen holy You are the God who keeps his word through every rise and fall. If we return with all our hearts, you will restore us all. Now let your favor rest on me. Before the King I stand. Give courage for the road ahead, and guide me by your hand. What starts in tears and silent prayer will rise in strength and
Before the King I stood in fear, the cup within my hand. My face was filled with hidden grief. He saw and asked me then, why does your countenance fall so low? What sorrow do you bear? I trembled, but I spoke the truth. and placed it in God's care. The silent prayer within my soul before I gave reply. Oh God of heaven, give me strength, be with me in this time. By the favor of my God, the doors were opened wide. What once was only prayer and tears now stands before my eyes. Send me now to build again the city of my past, for the hand of God is guiding me, and this will stand at last. With letters sealed and guards beside, I journeyed through the land. Yet enemies arose in hate to stop what God had planned. At night I walked the broken walls and saw the ruin clear. The stones lay scattered in the dust. The path was filled with fear. But in the dark a fire remained, a calling deep inside. Not by might nor strength of man, but God stone by stone, the work begins. Each heart will take its place. What started as a whispered prayer now moves in living faith.
From every side, from every gate, they came to build again. The priests arose, the workers stood, with willing hearts and hands. No crown, no fame, no glory sought, just faith to follow plans. From sheep gate down to valley low, through towers rising high, each stone was set with careful hope beneath a watchful sky. The goldsmiths worked, the merchants too, the rulers side by side. No task too small, no role too weak, all labored unified. Not one alone could bear the weight, not one could stand apart. But every hand together joined began to build the heart. Side by side we build again, stone by stone with faithful hands. What was broken we restore, standing strong forevermore. Not for glory, not for name, but for the honor of His name. We are called, we take our place, builders in His saving grace. Some worked close to their own homes, guarding what they knew. Some restored the distant parts, yet all were called and true. Though some stood back and would not join, the work went on the same. For those who gave with all their hearts would carry on the flame. This is more than stone and wall, more than gates restored. It is a people rising up to serve the living Lord. Every labor, every scar, every unseen part, God is building something more, a united, faithful heart. Side by side we rise as one until the work is done. Every stone and every hand shaped by God's command. We will stand, we will remain, through the fire, through the strain. For the wall we build today will not be torn away. And line by line and stone by stone, a city starts to stand. What once was dust beneath their feet now rises by His
They mocked the work, they laughed aloud. What stones can rise from dust? Their voices fill the broken walls with ridicule and distrust. But we looked up and called your name, oh God, our shield, our guide. Turn back their scorn upon their heads, in you we now abide. So we rebuilt, the walls rose high, though fear was all around. From every side the threats increased, yet still we held our ground. The people worked with all their strength, their hearts were fully set. For every stone that we restored was hope we won't forget. But in the night the whispers came, they come to strike unseen. So we prepared, we stood alert between the gaps and seams. With one hand we build, with one we defend. We will not break, we will not bend. Our God will fight, we will stand strong. Through every fear, through every wrong. Remember the Lord mighty and great. He guards our lives, He holds our fate. So we arise, we take our place, and stand together in His grace. From break of dawn to setting sun, we labored through the strain. With swords beside and eyes awake, we would not build in vain. No one laid down their guard at night, no armor cast aside. For every step, for every stone, we knew the Lord would guide. Do not be afraid of what may come, nor tremble at their cry. For God who stands before us now is greater far than I. Fight for your sons, your daughters too, your homes, your land, your name. For God Himself will strengthen you and cover you in flame. With one hand we build, with one we defend. This is the fight that will not end until the wall stands strong and true, and God's great work is carried through. We will not fall, we will not flee, for God is our security. So side by side we take our stand and build this wall by His command. And build this wall by His command. And when the enemy heard our plan, their plots were brought to light. The work went on, the wall stood firm, by day and through the night.
voices fill the air. We hunger, we have lost our fields, no justice anywhere. Our sons and daughters sold for bread, our lands for silver given. The weight of Dhulam crushed our souls, no mercy here was living. I heard their pain, my heart was stirred, I burned with righteous fire. I faced the nobles, spoke the truth, and called them to rise higher. You take from those who cannot stand, you bind them in their need. Return what you have taken now, turn back from this greed. For we are one flesh, one blood. Why break what God has made? The fear of God must guide our ways. Let justice not be delayed. Restore what has been taken. Break the chains the poor have borne. Let mercy rise, let hearts awaken. A people just, a people reborn. No more Dhulam, no more shame. We walk in truth, we stand in grace. For God who sees will judge the same. So let His righteousness take place. I took no gain, I claim no right, though I could have received. For fear of God I chose the path where none would be deceived. At my own table many came, the hungry and the worn. Not for reward, not for my name, but hearts no longer torn. Remember, Lord, what I have done, not for my glory shown, but for the good of all your people. Let your mercy be known. Restore what has been broken. Lift the weak, release the bound. Let every Dhulam now be shaken. Let justice echo all around. We stand as one, renewed again, in truth and light and holy fear. For God is near, He sees all things and calls His people here. And peace returned where pain once lived, and mercy filled the land. For when a people walk in truth, they stand by God's own hand.
Come down. Come meet us. Just called me out, but I replied, my work will not be undone. I will not come down. called my name from distant plains. Come speak, come walk away. But I knew well the hidden snare that awaited in their way. I sent reply with steady voice, my work will not be undone. Why should I leave what God has built while it is not yet done? I will not come down. I will not come down. I will not come down. Again they came, again they lied, with letters filled with fear. False words to break the work of God, to make the people hear. But truth stood firm against the storm, no rumor could remain. For God, who sees the hearts of men, will bring all lies to flame. Strengthen my hands, O God above, in weakness make me stand. I will not stop, I will not fall. No fear will take this wall. What God began will now be done. The victory is won. Hide inside, protect your life, but truth revealed the lie. A prophet's voice that was not yours, a scheme I must deny. Not by fear, not by lie, not by lies, not by men, not by men. The wall is built, the work complete. In 50 days it stands. The nations tremble, fear the truth. This was not made by hands. This was the work of God alone. No man can claim this name. What stood against now falls away. Forever in His flame. And all who saw knew this was God. Come down. Come meet us. They sent for me again and again. Come down and talk with us. But I discerned their hidden plan, deception dressed as trust. I answered back, I stood my ground. My work must still go on. Why should I leave what God has called before the task is done? I will not come down. With God began, stand strong. Now in life they spread their fear to shake the people's heart. But every word was empty wind that could not tear apart. For God sees truth, He knows all things. No secret stays concealed. What man intends
about your life, but something was not right. A voice that spoke without your truth, a shadow in the light. I would not run, I would not hide, for fear was not from you. The calling that you placed in me is faithful, firm, and true. In 52 short days, the nation saw and feared the truth and stood in silent gaze. For this was not by human strength, nor by a mortal hand, but by the power of our God. The wall of faith now stands, and all who saw knew this was come down. The walls now stand, the gates restored. The silence feels like peace. No clash of swords, no battle cries. The striving finally ceased. The city breathes a quiet song, a place to dwell again. Not built by strength or human hands, but held in God's own plan. Were called, the records read, each family, each line. A story written, not erased, a purpose still defined. From distant lands, from scattered roads, they gathered as one heart. No longer lost, no longer alone, each soul now set apart. We belong, we are known. Every name is written, every soul a home. From the dust, from afar, we are gathered just as we are. Not forgotten, not unseen. In His book our lives remain. We belong, we are known, and we are not alone. Some stood guard, some led the way, some opened up the gates. Each one placed in a rightful place to rebuild what still awaits. No rushing wind, no thunder loud, just steady, faithful ground. For God restores in quiet ways where peace and truth are found. Count the names, every life, every story held in time. Nothing lost, nothing gone. God remembers everyone. We belong, we are known. Every name is written, every soul a home. From the past in into new. God is faithful, God is true. Now we stand, now we see what He's building patiently. We belong, we are known, and His people are restored. The walls may stand of stone and clay, but hearts are what remain, and every name He calls today will never fade. The people gathered as one before the rising light. They opened up the book of truth and read it through the night. Every word fell like the rain upon the waiting soul. A thirsty land, a longing heart was finally made whole. They stood in awe, they bowed their heads, they lifted hands on high. Amen, amen, the voices cried as truth came shining bright. They heard the law, they understood, their hearts began to break for all the paths they walked away and every past mistake. But do not mourn, do not weep, for this is holy ground. The joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord is our song. No longer sorrow, no more shame. In Him we now belong. Lift your voice, rejoice again. Let every heart be strong. For in His word we find our life and where we truly belong. Go share your bread, give drink to those who have no part today. For this is not a day of grief, but joy that will remain. The word restored what once was lost. It lit the hidden way, and every soul that heard His voice was changed from that day. Holy words, living flame, calling every heart by name. Light has come, truth revealed, broken lives are finally healed. The joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord remains. The joy of the Lord people went away in joy, for they understood the word.
We stand in dust, in humbled hearts, with fasting and with tears, confessing all our wandering ways through all these passing years. We turned aside, we walked alone, we chose our path in pride, yet still your mercy followed us and would not step aside. You are the Lord, the only God. You made the earth and sky, the stars above, the seas below, all life that breathes your life. You chose a man, you called his name, you led him by your hand, a covenant forever sealed, a promise that would stand through fire and cloud. You led the way, you never let us fall. Faithful God, through every age, mercy written on every page. Though we failed and turned away, still your love remained. You are just in all you do. Every word of yours is true. Even when we broke your way, still your love remained. You split the sea, you brought us through, you fed us in the land, you gave the law, you showed the way with your own guiding hand. But still we turned again, again. Our hearts were hard and blind, yet time and time you called us back with patience so divine.
by our strength, but by your mercy alone. We write our names, we seal this vow before the Lord we stand, not just in word, not just in sound, but lives within His hand. We turn away from former ways, from all that led astray. We choose the path of truth and light, beginning here today. To walk in all your holy law, to follow what you say, to guard our hearts, to keep our lives from drifting far away. We will not bow to empty ways, nor mix what must be pure, for we are called to stand apart, a people strong and sure. The city waits, its gates now wide, a place to dwell again. Not all were called, yet some were chosen to live within its land. They cast the lot, they gave their hearts to stand where God would lead, not seeking ease, not seeking rest, but answering the need. From every tribe, from every line, they came to take their place. No greater name, no lesser role, all standing by His grace. The singers sang, the watchmen stood, the leaders led the way. Each one sat where they Some left their homes, their fields behind, to build what God designed. A holy city set apart, a light for all mankind. Not all would see, not all would know the cost of standing here, but those who came would live in truth, with purpose crystal clear. Not where I choose, but where you lead. Not for myself, but for your need. Here we stand, we take our place in the order of your grace. Every life, every row, part of one eternal whole. We will live, we will stay in the path you set today. For the place you give to me is where I'm meant to be. And in the quiet, life goes on, where hearts and purpose meet.
The walls are strong, the work complete. The city stands in light. We gather now with thankful hearts to praise your holy might. We purify, we lift our hands with voices clear and true, for all you've done, for all you are. Our praise belongs to you. Oh, yeah. Two lines of joy begin to rise along the city wall, with songs of thanks and instruments, your glory over all. The singers lead, the cymbals ring, the trumpets loud proclaim. From every side, the people sing the greatness of your name. Lift your voice, let joy resound. Let
what must not remain. The lines once drawn were crossed in time. The holy turned to vain. The temple courts were filled with wrong. What should not have been there? The place once set apart for you was burdened with neglect and care. I saw the breach, I felt the fire, a zeal I could not hide. I drove out all that stained your house and cleansed it from inside. I set things back in rightful place, restored what was undone, for what is built must still be kept until the race is run. Set it right, make it clean, let no shadow come between what is yours and what must fall. You are Lord above it all. We return, we restore what was broken at the core. For a people set apart must be faithful in the heart. The Sabbath day was cast aside, the sacred treated light. But I called back the truth again and guarded what is right. No compromise, no turning back, no mixing wrong with grace. For those who walk within your ways must keep a holy place. Remember me, oh God, I pray, for all I've done in truth, not for my name, not for my gain, but for your house and truth. Set it right, make it new. All we are belongs to you. Let no darkness take its place. We will walk in truth and grace. We stand firm, we remain, guarding all that bears your name. For the end is not the start, but a faithful, steadfast heart. And what was built was kept by those who chose to stand.